Yeah.
Hey, Risky, can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Tay, I've put it in the back chat. So, obviously I love Risky. I'm a huge supporter of him, but like out of all of the ladies on the panel, you're my favorite. I love how feminine you are and how you sit back and you listen and you respond when you feel like you have something to add. And I appreciate that because you're not like cursing anybody out or um, just kind of like disrespecting people or cursing them out or putting them down. And I appreciate that about you a lot. So all of the things I said in the back chat, I meant that. Like, I think you're really great. So thank you for being a part of Risky's panel, like
Oh my
pretty
God.
often.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's my brother. I appreciate him for the opportunity to have me here. Thank you, Portia. That's sweet.
What, Asia? What?
Enough. Like, we get it. You love Tay. You put it in the back chat. Okay, that's fine. Like, you're
Love, why are you so mad?
it's not bad. And I didn't even want to say anything because it's 1:09 and I'm sleepy. And I wasn't gonna say nothing about this, but he really acted. I shouldn't have even responded to him. But you're very passive aggressive. You are.
Hey, love.
And
I just wanted to show her love.
You're not
because you know
passive
what it
aggressive?
seems like? It
Luna,
seems like
shut
black women don't
up,
show
little
people
girl.
love.
Oh my
I'm
God.
a little girl now, so you were mad when I called you an elder, but now I'm a
I
little
said
girl.
Luna,
It's funny
little
how I'm a little
girl,
girl, but I'm married
because
and you're not.
so Portia, you want to fight so
so-
bad. I wasn't even talking to you when I said that. You always want to come up here hot. So cut it out. I was talking to
I
Luna.
don't
Yeah,
want to
'cause I
come
see
up
you
here
on
hot.
your
This is
hot,
my
so you
second
bet your
time being up
match.
here.
Oh girl. And this is why I'm about to be out. Because this was
Yeah.
not productive.
Yeah, you said
at
you were
all.
tired. Go to bed. Go to bed.
It wasn't productive. You didn't come
Go
up
to
here
bed.
to be
Go to bed.
productive.
Go to
You
bed,
came up here to be
elder. Go to bed,
insulting.
ma'am. Miss ma'am. Go to bed. Go to sleep.
Right. You came up here to be insulting. You never came up here to have a true dialogue.
You've been insulting to me. I just
Filibuster.
said
No, we
something
came
I
up
very
was
here
not
to be a
insulting
mirror
you.
of
Luna,
yours.
you have to be
say, and you
quiet.
didn't like it because I
I'm
didn't
just
address it
weird.
towards you.
No,
Well,
that's not
well,
what happened.
hold on. It's
No,
it's
I'm
late.
done talking.
It's late, but love question. But unmute real quick if you don't mind,
What's that?
without interruption. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think that there's nothing said, regardless if you agree that you would maybe go take and write on your whiteboard and say, okay, let me reassess this?
No. I do appreciate the sincerity of T and J. I do. They're married, successfully married, and I appreciate their sincerity. Portia, I don't appreciate her because what I said hours ago is she doesn't believe in marriage. But she came up here, first of all, very passive aggressive. She came up here hot towards me and whatever. She always does that. But I can't take anything from her seriously because he's asking me a question. And so she's very passive aggressive. She was very passive aggressive and throughout. And when I tried to talk to her and ask questions, she came off camera. But I'm like, how do you call yourself a pick me when you don't say, and you say you don't want to get married? What are you getting picked for? And that question never got answered. And then when I try to talk to her about Texas doesn't have legal abortion, she kept on cutting me off. I'm saying, I just want to be very correct. We always want to be correct. And she filibustered tonight. So, and it's the insults. So again, this was never seemingly supposed to be a productive, conducive conversation for the exchange of information, because per Luna, she came up here just for smoking this to talk, because she even said it herself. I can't learn anything from this so-called sisterhood because they don't even have what I want. They're not worthy of anything. But Jenny had to correct her and say,
Let her finish.
So again, this wasn't supposed to be productive for the most part, because Portia and Luna. Now, what T and J said, I do appreciate. And Miss Jenny too, Mrs. Jenny as well. You know, you're married, and I appreciate the viewpoints that you all had. You weren't being passive aggressive. You were being sincere. At least I believed you were. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe that you were. So I appreciate your commentary, but I don't believe there was anything new. You may have confirmed, some things like what T was saying, but Anything new? No. Uh-uh.
Yeah, so I want to ask that though, right? Does it matter if it's new, right? If you get information from me, okay, you might be like, okay, it's him saying it. You get information from the cats on the panel, you hear it, but you think that they have a different agenda. But then you have several women that have, based on the subject matter, have results, and then they're saying it, right? So does it have to be new to resonate, right? Depending on who's saying it
Well, I
and how.
thought you asked the question was, are there anything new? But I said I do appreciate the confirmations of something that they stated.
No,
I
not
did.
new. Just like,
So,
did you
and that's
take
for you.
anything that you could write and put on the chalkboard now? Because
Listen, they
if you did,
confirmed. Yeah, they confirmed some things. They did. Like I said, T and J,
what,
Mrs. Giddy,
what
they
were those
did.
things?
Go ahead.
What were those things?
Oh, what were some of those things?
Yeah.
So for example, T, she's very authentic. Actually, I think that both T and J said, "Oh, Jenny too. My husband loved me for who I was. I didn't have to put on airs." Now, Jay, if you didn't say that, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought you might have said that though. But they talked about how they didn't have to put on airs. They didn't have to be just disingenuous. They were just who they were, and their husbands loved them for who they were.
Oh, okay.
And I think T said too. I'm sorry, correct from wrong, T, but I thought you said something like in back chat. You said something about I didn't cook, but I understand.
Oh yeah, I didn't know how to cook when I got married. I didn't. I learned, but
yes, which tells me you don't have to be this perfect, know how to do everything. But if you have the foundation and he really cares for you for who you are, then that's what matters. So again, it's not necessarily new, but it's still confirmation. It was valuable, yes. But I thought the question was new. Go ahead.
So let's be clear. T is wrong. Okay. She was also much younger.
But you asked
Well,
me.
let me just. I know I got you. I got you, but I just want to make sure. So right, she was a lot younger, right, when they got married, right? And the last time she was here, she also knows she had to do a 180 to get to where she is now, with this level of happiness, understanding, and her husband being happy. He worked through it with her, right? And God bless that man. Shout out to him.
That's important.
That's much less likely though at our big ages. So I just want to make sure that we clarify that in terms of pursuing relationships now.
that's facts.
Right. So that's the only difference. You on mute? You're not on mute. Yeah, I got you. So I think that's key. Because people aren't really just accepting everything on the chin now. Is there anything else you can think of? I know it's been a long convo. But this is
those are sticking. Those were the sticking points that I off the top of my head right now.
I think if I can, Risky.
Sure.
I think it's really sad to hear that that like you guys didn't, not necessarily you, Love, or anybody else didn't learn something from this conversation from the people that are on the opposing side, because it's like, okay, where, like, who do you listen to? Who like, is it personality that makes you thrown off from a person because makes you not want to listen to them? Or is it like because you think that we came in with jabs, or we came in passive aggressive? Because I think we all had really good points, especially when Tate asked for advice. I think we all gave really good advice, and it just makes me sad to hear that you all can't learn from women like us. It's like, we're all Black women here. So some of us are married, some of us aren't, and it's like, okay, if not us, then who will you listen to? If you're asking for advice.
You said you were asking me this, or you're not asking me this?
No, yeah. So you and sis, she's not on the panel, so I'm not going to speak about her. But
okay.
Yeah, you said that
you're speaking to me. Okay.
Yeah, like you said that. I mean, also Luna said the same thing too. Like, who are we gonna, like, if you can't learn from someone that is in a position that you want to be in, if you want to be in it, why is it so hard to listen? Is it like with women? Is it because of the actual person, their character, the way they speak? Like, I think women find very small, like, unnecessary things to not listen to one another, to not listen to the person that is in the position that they want.
So I didn't say I didn't learn anything. I said I didn't learn anything new. I said you confirmed. I thought I said that very clearly. I didn't learn anything new. I married women. I said you all confirmed things, and I said I appreciate some of your viewpoints, and I stated what those viewpoints were. So I never said I can't learn anything new. It's just that what you all said tonight was nothing new. I've heard it before, but I'm not saying it as a jab against you. I'm saying I didn't learn anything new. Things were confirmed. So it's not like I have a wall up and I can't learn anything. I never said that. And I'm not sure. And that's the question I had too.
Yeah.
What?
So AJ, well, real quick, because my what I said was, is there anything that you heard that you would put on your whiteboard and reassess? So that's not actually how you are framing my question. What I said was, you heard something.
That's fine. That's how I interpret it. And so
but you see how much different that is, though. I can't hear you.
Yes.
But you see what I'm saying? That's why I was like, you heard like, oh, let me write this down, see if I can break it down and disprove it or whatever.
No, because again, no, I'm not trying to be combative, but it was
No,
nothing.
I just
wasn't.
You said new. That's why.
Right, because it's nothing that hasn't already been written down on my whiteboard, is what I'm saying. So it's nothing I can take that would be different that's already there.
Mm-hmm.
So I interpreted that as new. So I shouldn't have said that because that derailed the conversation. I don't mean new. It's just that there's nothing different that I would add that was not already there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Damn, man, interesting. Like, share, subscribe. Tell them. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. And we are out.